because that just creates more confusion. Okay, well, the second video I watched was El Individuo, again in Spanish, so sorry, I forgot it was in Spanish as well, so I try to show on the screen. El Individuo y el Estado, liberalismo, between brackets, liberalismo, anarquismo, totalitarismo, el resto es historia. And the channel is El Resto es Historia. Oh, well, that's the channel, sorry. El Resto es Historia. The title then in English is The Individual. The Individual, I don't know in English actually. The Individual, The Individual, The Individual. The State, between brackets, liberalism, anarchism, totalitarianism. That's the name of the video, and the name of the channel is The Rest is History. So, and that video, I love the picture. It's quite, I don't know, a bit childish, I suppose, the picture. I would like to show, but then my video will show that as the presentation, and I don't want to do that because I want to get in trouble. But have a look at the video, why not? And you will see it. The video makes a difference between liberalism, anarchism, and totalitarianism. I can't remember exactly the difference between totalitarianism, but again, it makes the difference between fascism and anarchism. And for me, that I suppose that just now is enough. It was difference. It's a difference, and it makes very clear that fascism is coming from these ideas of supremacy and a group that wants to be treated than anyone else, or they think that that there is another group that it should be that don't deserve the share of resources for whatever reason, and they should have these resources just for themselves, and then communism, anarchism is coming from for communism. And even though both are, they say on the video that even though both can be, the state can get a full control, and that's the problem with communism. And I will never agree with that. But I will definitely, at the same way, I will ask for to make the ideas very different, because they are for very different ideas. And I never will agree with with totalitarianism from the government, the states, the full control from the state. But definitely I will never want communism to be compared with fascism, because it's completely different, because then we are removing what is good in capitalism, and is the ideas that are shown in socialism, which is equality, rather than inequality promote in fascism. So I think that's everything I want to say about this. I thought the video was going to be better, to be honest. But I don't know why. My head was a lot more clear than when I've been talking. I'm afraid. But yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of catching up with what I left aside without even realize really. And I was saying on the last video, it wasn't much going on in January, and was a lot going on. I'm afraid, not that good, because what happened, the riots and the break into the Capitol, it shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen, and I'm not saying that sometimes protests are not necessary, and I think protests sometimes are necessary, but definitely violence, no, never justify violence, and especially for illegitimate accusations from the president, which was saying that the votes were manipulated without any evidence, And I watched another video, but I will talk about that next week because I don't think I'm gonna have time for that just now. But I watched another video on how Trump was accusing the government of manipulating the voting and all the accusations, specific accusations to different states and different voting counting, and how it never show any evidence for anything really. So I will show about that next week. I can talk about that next week. And I'm gonna leave this subject for now. I will have to explain it a bit better because it's something that I'm very interested about. I definitely am from the socialist side. Is you haven't noticed yet, but and it does offend me. When people that are having completely different, opposite. Philosophies definitely that promotes inequality, which is something that I don't like, and hierarchical positions, in terms of money. You are in the highest on the position, in your hierarchical level, depending on the amount of money you have, and something that I definitely would like to see it reduce as much as possible. And I will never say eliminate it, because I think when people ban something and then they find that no everyone is gonna stay with that new law or that new rule. Some people get very offended, but I always think, well, as long is for specific circumstances or specific moments, we always have to understand that to apply something 100% is too extreme. And again, we are going to the extremes, and going to the extremes is no better. Another thing that I did say, and I need to be careful with this, but I heard that, that's thrown away, and someone said that the next should be Boris Johnson. What I'm trying to say with this is that sometimes we can see how other people are going extreme and they are going wrong as well, but then we need to look in ourselves as well, and we need to look what is happening in our countries and what's happening, and we have to say there is a lot of similarities on the way Trump and Boris Johnson promote their philosophies, of government, and how against any immigration at all. And I'm not talking about control, as they say sometimes. They are talking about eliminated completely, because there is actions that they have taken, both have taken, that is eliminate immigration in any way, so I think that's a stream. So yeah, I think that's the political conversation for today. I wanted to talk about other things, but I'm not gonna have much time. I wanted to talk about other lighter subjects, so anything. Lately, I've been watching videos about DIY because I think where I live it needs a bit of a date. Some furnitures are, when I bought them, were old, and that's fine. And I always have in my mind that I will, restore them, but it haven't happened. And the home, there is a lot of furniture that are very old. I've been watching videos about that. I cannot really recommend any videos just now, but something that impressed me, and they even say that was the biggest channels. They make these industrial panels, glass panels, metal frame in black, and then glass panels, and they made it together. That they make this, apparently these white projects on request of their viewers or their friends. I'm not entirely sure, but they made it, and it gave me a lot of ideas. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it myself, but I think it's you realize how much you can do. If you put your mind on in terms of obviously DIY, and it's never gonna be like a professional, but it could be enough for you to be able to make your place more comfortable for yourself. So yeah, that's what I've been watching, and I've been watching quite a lot, as I say, because I have quite a few furnitures. I should definitely update them, and I haven't had the time or the energy or the money as well, because it's a lot of money, paint. Every time I buy a paint, it's like a bottle of paint is like £15, which I think is quite a lot, because just let's I'm talking about, I don't know the weight of that amount of paint, the volume, but is you paint one wall of, let's say, 5 meters long, you will need like 2 bottles of those, so for a full room will be like 8 bottles, so that's quite a lot of money, it's quite a lot of money. But so I need to take my time, to do it, but I need to start as well. And that maybe will be the next thing, after making the smoothie, which I haven't made it yet. But I have to say I've been cooking. I've been trying to eat a bit healthier, a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit better than I've been eating in December, that's for sure. So yeah, I think that's gonna be everything for today, because I wanted to start making that game about guessing movies, but I don't have anyone in my mind just now. So I'm gonna leave it for this week, but next week hopefully I will be more prepared. As I say, I'm trying to make it the videos a bit lighter, rather than talking too much about politics, but things are happening, even I'm planning to talk about other things more in terms of DIY, things like that, I am talking about more polemical subjects, but I think they are at the moment they in my opinion, there is a lot of confusion, and I feel that I would like to if I can help to make it a bit more clear as well, and maybe no, maybe can make it more confused, but my intention is good. The intention is all good. But yeah, let's see next week. For now, I just need to say be well, be safe, and I see you next week.